Well, today's the day that you change the world.
ClickFunnels was built to remove the barriers to entrepreneurship so that dreamers could become doers. So that those of us who are crazy enough to believe that we can change the world, we actually can. And as that world changes, so do we. With over $10 billion generated by our users, we are so proud of what we built and we're excited to reintroduce ourselves. Hi, we're ClickFunnels.
And when someone says, what's a funnel?
We say, what isn't? Everything is. It's how you make decisions on a daily basis. You're constantly funneling all of your activities through a journey to achieve the desired result. So in that sense, funnels are actually a mindset that lets you see every tangible opportunity for growth and continuous revenue. A funnel in the digital space is something that grabs your customers' hands and leads them directly to the products that they actually need and want. ClickFunnels is the only platform that empowers you to do this at scale. When you see it, you are going to love it.
Whether you're a seasoned pro or just getting started, ClickFunnels is easier to use and more powerful than ever before.
This is going to be a game changer.
My first funnel made what my business would normally do for half a year. I was stunned.
Starting my own business really was a liberating experience.
Absolutely life-changing. It feels like a movement, to be honest.
It's a whole new way to look at funnels.
You don't have to go through it alone.
It's not just the tool.
You got a whole community come with it.
You don't have to worry about the technology. We'll handle that for you. Don't worry about becoming a great marketer. With our education and strategies, you'll unlock that. We've been completely reimagining how we serve you, our users. You'll notice the difference right away in the way the platform looks, how it feels, and how intuitive it is.
I can create from beginning to end my product, the funnel. Now with frameworks, you copy paste that same framework and offer it to your audience.
The resources you have access to, that's what makes it different.
This is ClickFunnels for the next generation. And we're excited to see how you'll use it to change the world in your own way. We have an incredible lineup of new features to roll out, features that you've asked for.
In corporate America, you're just a number. So to have a development team that literally will sit down with you and have conversations about what can I do to make your life easier is massive.
You don't find that in any other company.
I'm blown away by the loyalty they have to their customer base.
The rebrand of our software isn't just about looks. It's about you, the funnel hackers, so that you can take your marketing to new heights, where software, education, and community can all be found in one place.
It's hitting at the mission of making millions of entrepreneurs.
I just can't imagine a better life. My plans are to go show my son the world.
I love ClickFunnels because it's all my people.
I'm so grateful to be a part of this family.
It's pretty amazing.
I want to invite you to see it for yourself. Explore the new features. Build your first or your next funnel.
And remember, you're only one funnel away.
Well, we are live and direct. This is Feature Fridays. Rob, how are you?
I'm doing great, Danny. It's good to be home. I know last week we were all traveling, so it's nice to be back in my space.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun out on the road, and we'll be out again. But right now we're home, and it's Feature Fridays, and we've got some cool stuff, some exciting stuff, some interesting stuff, updates, news, and more. A big shout to the team behind the scenes, Mark Douglas, Ernie in the chat as well. Robert is there also. Rob, what's popping? What's going on? What's occurring?
Life is good. I mean, I've just been all things ClickFunnels this week, just like back to the grind. And we've made some progress. I don't know what we can share, what we can't yet. I know there's still some things from the hackathon that are coming out that are just being finalized and buttoned up. But we've been really at it, which is great.
Yeah, I think in the words of one of our amazing team members, fast. I think that was the word that we got on last Feature Fridays. And things are getting faster. Things are always improving. The amount of little things that got ironed out that people would probably never see. Folks just opening up the laptops and just changing one small thing behind the scenes just to make things better. That's improvements all around. And you will notice, but you just don't know what they've done. So don't worry about any of that stuff. But there are some more notable things, some things that have been popping up online. We did have an amazing webinar last night. Russell was live with the guys from Zendrop. If you don't know about Zendrop, that's our dropshipping platform plugged in to ClickFunnels. And you're crazy about this stuff, Rob, right? E-commerce and stores and dropshipping and all of these kind of things. Why is this such a big thing for ClickFunnels that we can actually do what Russell showed last night?
I mean, it just makes sense. If you think about e-commerce and ClickFunnels, it just makes sense, right? Like if we didn't have the feature, I'm sure everyone would be begging us to build it. And you build a funnel, you generate customers, you put ads together, and then you have your opt-in form, and they come in and they buy a thing or not, right? And then you have the downsell, and you do so much work to get someone into your world, into your funnel, and then build brand relationships with them so they know about you, and just you build this trust through them. And then you have one product, but you also have other products. Where do you go with that? In a funnel, you can do one by one in a funnel. But wouldn't it be easier if you had a store? Right?
Hey. And this e-commerce thing, if you would have asked Russell and Todd 10 years ago, is this on your radar? They probably would have said no. And it's taken to the point where we get to 2.0 a few years ago, before this was even possible, right? Just from your sort of development background behind the scenes, 2.0 is the way to go with this, right? Because we did need the certain infrastructure to make this possible anyway.
Absolutely. 2.0 was built on, I mean, Classic is great. And, you know, if you're using Classic and you're happy with it, stay there. But 2.0 just has this mass amount of features, and it's built on a really stable architecture platform, right? So we are building it in a way that everything is connecting to something else. And you could just, it's not using separate apps in our platform. It's building on top of each other, just like Conversion Boosters is there to help you convert better, right? That's not something that you can, if you wanted to, you can use it outside of ClickFunnels, but it's supposed to just enhance the experience of your users within. And that's what we're thinking about. What can we build? What can we offer our community, our users, that'll just make the experience more complete, right? And that's what we're doing here.
Yeah, and this e-com move, the ability to have a store, the first logical thing that comes to my mind with the store is just put that on the thank you page of your funnels. It's like that would be my first move, is like, hey, let's just fill a store with stuff that's relevant and have that on the thank you page. And you can do that now in 2.0 in ClickFunnels, right? And when people land on your thank you page, they're like, ooh, more stuff. That's going to be a good thing, right?
Absolutely. And I want people to just open their minds about what they can do with stores, right? Just because you're a dentist, I'll give you an example, personal. My wife is a physical therapist, right? She's a physical therapist. If she offers, you know, a free session, a free 15-minute session for whatever it is you need, or whatever, at the end of her funnel, she can say, oh, do you need, kinesio tape? I have that in my store. She doesn't make it, but we can find it, we can source it, and then she can sell it behind her brand. People already trust her. They've bought into what she's offering as a therapist, and now she's just selling the things that she would normally just tell them to go buy themselves. But now she'll make a couple extra bucks on the side.
Yeah, and of course you can populate your store with your own stuff, and you can ship it, you can send it, you can stack this stuff up and put it in boxes and envelopes and stick the stamps on and pay the shipping and do all of the warehouse and all the things. But last night, Russell went live with the guys from Zendrop, and they showed this notion of drop shipping combined with ClickFunnels. And that is like music to most people's ears, because why would you not add a Zendrop product to at least your thank you page? Well, that's
at
just
least your thank you page, 100%. It's just so easy. I mean, Zendrop is there. The integration is so seamless. You import it, you find the product you want, you import it into ClickFunnels, and then it's a one click, and it's in your account. It's there to sell. And then you don't have to do anything. You sell it. Zendrop does the rest. You just collect the money. That's it.
You just collect the money. There are a few technicalities to that. You're going to basically purchase that product at a price from Zendrop, and you sell it at a higher price. They take care of the product, the shipping, the warehousing, the distribution, all of the things that are just a nightmare. When you get an order, you fulfill it, they send it, and you keep the slice, right? You keep the profit.
Exactly. You decide how much you want to make on that.
Yeah, you don't have the headache of having to order things from China or wherever and box them up and store them in the garage or in the warehouse. You don't need to pay the light bill or the staff bill. I've played that game. Zendrop is a lot of fun, and I've actually loaded up one of my demo Zendrop accounts just to give people a flavor. This is not just one product, Rob, right? What you can literally add any of these things into ClickFunnels.
You can add whatever you want. You can find something that makes sense to your what you're offering. You can find something that doesn't make sense. Do whatever you want. It's completely up to you. But yeah,
there's expensive stuff. There's fashion. There's some stuff that I don't even know what it is. I don't know. You can get whatever you want, right? From purple diamond grape nails or rings, whatever, to Nutri stuff on shoes. But it makes more sense to start searching for things, right? So what's something that people might want to sell in the store?
Here, I'll give you an example. Let's say I'm a sleep consultant, right? I offer services to help your baby sleep at night. Maybe I sell some baby gear. Maybe there's like a swaddle that I really like, and I'll find it here on Zendrop. And then we'll
put that to the test, right? I don't even know what they say. Hey, look, we can sell newborn baby swaddle things.
Yeah, and I'll recommend one of these as a sleep consultant. And and you can see it's like $2.70 for 100% Egyptian cotton baby swaddle, and maybe I'll list it for $15 or $20.
Now, Zendrop don't just go out there and pluck this stuff from the sky, right? This is stuff that actually trends and sells, and there's method in the madness. They don't just stock a warehouse full of like random things. The majority of the things on here are currently being sold by e-com stores, and there's some really good success stories from what you can gather reading through all the things. If you watched the webinar last night, if you missed it, we'll drop the link in the chat. Sure, our team can do that. I think there's more likely to be a replay in the next week or so, I would imagine. But you can see the possibilities are endless. But the cool thing, Rob, you can combine these into a funnel, right? So you might say, hey, we're going to offer this thing. It costs us $1.53. By the time you figure that out with the shipping or whatever, it might be a little bit more. But you say, hey, we're going to do this thing free. You pay the shipping and charge $7. So you've got a free plus shipping double layer cotton thing. And then on the bump, you could add the swaddle blanket for $15 or whatever. And then you could, hey, look, there's a tortilla blanket. It's like the cutest thing ever. And then you could offer this thing and this thing and this thing. And you can go and build a funnel just from Zendrop products.
Keep them going until they stop buying. Then when they stop, send them to your store
on the thank you page.
Put them on the
there's
store.
Lots of cool ways you could do that, and I'd love to hear everybody's experience with Zendrop in the chat and the comments and wherever you logged in from. You can even do this print on demand as well, which is super exciting. Now, we don't have time to go into all of this today, but one thing for sure, you should watch the webinar, if the replay from last night, if you didn't see it. There was a deal on there as well, which was insane. If you go and grab that gives you training and all sorts of cool stuff to go along with that. But the fact is, it's here, Rob, right? And if it's here, you can use it.
And just two things I want to touch on. Zendrop, yes, there's other services like Alibaba and AliExpress. Zendrop curates the best products that they can find. They negotiate the prices with all the suppliers so you don't have to. Right? If it's on Zendrop, that's the price you're getting, and that's probably the best price you're going to get, unless you start buying in bulk with thousands of, units or whatever it is. But Zendrop does it all for you. They just take the guesswork out of finding the best product, which is awesome. The second thing I want to just make sure to highlight is you keep the data. You sell things on ClickFunnels; they are your customers. You can go to other platforms. You can go sell it on Amazon, and you probably should sell on Amazon also. I'm not going to say don't, but when you sell on ClickFunnels, you own the data. You get to upsell the customers, put them through an automation or a broadcast where you're selling other things, right? So that is extremely important to consider when you're deciding where to sell products like this. So it makes sense that it's in your funnel. I'm a sleep consultant. Then I start selling baby swaddles. So the path makes sense. And then I keep the data. So when I come out with a brand new product, a new baby bottle that puts your baby to sleep instantly, you have a list. You have your list.
Got it going on. We are live. We are in the Facebook group. We are in our community. We're on X and on YouTube. Wherever you are logged in from, give us a sign, give us a signal. A big shout to Yash, all alone on YouTube right now until we probably get the replays on YouTube. We are in the Facebook group as well. There's a big bunch of people watching right now. give us that sign, give us that signal, and let us know what products you're excited about. Sahil says his wife is a baker, and he's advised her to add some order bumps like birthday decoration kits along with cake holders and more. Add upsells. There's all sorts of cool stuff you can do with funnels, with Zendrop. The replay we will drop in the chat. Cooper, all the way from Zambia, just joined us live in the Facebook group. You guys are awesome. And the ability to have Zendrop, a store, an upsell, a downsell, things that you might not normally sell. This is a game changer, Robin. I just want to switch the mode a little bit and just talk a little bit about some strategies. I know you've been dabbling with the e-com and different things. Where are you going strategy-wise, whether it's Zendrop or your own products or a combination?
So I stick with Zendrop. I'm not one to go find someone to build a product for me. I've been thinking about like, what new product can I bring to the market? What services am I offering? What is my wife offering as a physical therapist? Like, what can she create to start selling? But the truth is, it's just so much easier to sell from Zendrop, for us at least. And what we're trying to do, this is a new product that we want to offer, is kind of like a subscription box based on what physical therapy you might need. So if you're in a place where you can't get a physical therapist, we're going to put a subscription box together. This is your entry, physical therapy session. This is your next one. This is your next one. This is your next one. And we're going to do that all with Zendrop. We're going to find the products there, order them, package them, and send them out. So that's the strategy I use.
Such a good idea. And we've done lots of sort of demos, and some stuff I've experimented with, some stuff I've made money with. I've even found, I mentioned earlier, you can get away with doing the free plus shipping, which does work because some of the products are low priced enough that you can figure out a way to offer, for example, a book. You can say, hey, you get the book, just pay the shipping and handling. But Zendrop will do the book and the shipping and handling for a very reasonable price. So you've got a free plus shipping offer, just like Russell does with expertsecrets.com secrets. Then you can start to add other things. And if you go in there and look for books, or you look for flashlights, or you look for fishing tackle, or you look for stickers, or whatever it is, baby stuff, it's all kind of in there. And you can build the perfect upsell floor. And the good thing is, if it goes out of stock, they tell you. If it doesn't, it's there. And you can have something up and running like in a few hours.
At the most. Like, I think a few hours at the most, and that's not finding the product. It's just convincing yourself that you can do it. That's where most of the time is going to be spent. Just saying you're going to have all these reservations of like, well, I'm not going to start selling this product. It's a hassle for me. I don't want to, push this on people. Just do it. If they buy it, then they buy it. It doesn't cost you anything to try it out.
And that's the beauty, right? So you can be testing, and at the very worst, you might just get some leads. People might not necessarily buy until you tweak it and you optimize and you figure it out, but you can still get leads in a weird niche.
Absolutely. And they might ask you, hey, I saw you have a swaddle, but do you have, a baby cap? And they'll tell you what they want. Let your customers drive where to the product that they need.
Yeah. So let us know in the comments, have you been experimenting? Is it something you're going to try? Let's have a look. Holly is in there. Says keep the data from the sales, and there is a replay of the masterclass. You will be able to find that online. Holly says Danny sells everything. We have sold a few things over the years, but that's the beauty with ClickFunnels. Even if you decide you don't want to do that anymore, or you want to expand it or flip the store or whatever, there's so much potential, but you've got to get started.
Absolutely. It just, as Dante says, go baby go.
Oh, baby, go. And big shout out to Dante, all of our colleagues in the Atlanta office. It was a lot of fun over there for Hackathon, seeing so many cool things come to life, come to fruition. I do know there are some amazing updates to the dashboard coming soon that Todd was working on all week. I'll save the surprise. I just think what would happen if you crossed Todd Dickerson with AI and a week to work inside of ClickFunnels doing what he loves best, and just use your imagination. There's some cool stuff coming out of the hackathon that we had last week. But there's also some other cool things that are already existing right now, Rob, right? And I know that we are very, very close to the big one, to the thing that people have been asking us for so much. You've been working on this for a while. It starts with an S. It's like, we're so close.
Yes, we are so close. We're so close that we've started trickling in members from the pilot program into the feature. So Stripe is starting to see some action. We've taken our foot off the brake. We're starting to let the car just go a little bit forward in neutral. But we are not neutral and drive. But we are getting there. It's right there. We're just making sure it's picture perfect for everybody, from onboarding experience to the usability to the education, right? You're going to get this and you're going to want to know, how do I use this? Where can I use it? This is awesome. Like, how do I just get it started? Like, so we're just making sure that everybody's comfortable with the onboarding experience and knows how to use it. But people are loving it. The people that are testing it, they love it.
So this is the direct Stripe integration that we announced at Funnel Hacking Live, and it's been cooking for some time. Rob, I know you've had a hand on this since like the day that it came to life, and we are now, like you said, slowly releasing this to the waiting list.
Yes, if you haven't signed up for the pilot program, sign up for that. I'm sure there's a link somewhere, but if you just go into your dashboard and click on the Add Apps and click on Stripe, you should see that you can join the pilot program waitlist. So get on there. There should be communication out to that list shortly. I'm working on that. I was working on that before this meeting, but yes, join the pilot program. So we know that you're wanting it. We know you're excited about it, and we know that, we have to deliver it to you once it's ready.
Yeah, and if you are one of our amazing ClickFunnels ambassadors, just check your email, because you never know what might be hiding inside. But look, we're rolling it out, and if you're on the names on the list, you'll be getting an email very, very soon. So don't panic, don't fret, don't be blowing up our support team saying Rob and Danny said. It's coming, it's imminent, it's done. And we are literally at the point where we're waiting for documentation so that it makes it easy for you to plug that in and get fully operational with Stripe. And of course, Payments AI, it's not going anywhere, and it's amazing in its own right. It's got lots of cool features, and the ability to plug into PayPal, Klarna, and other payment gateways through Payments AI as well gives you a fully rounded suite of payment tools inside your ClickFunnels account, right?
Oh yeah, and what's really nice about having both is you can use both. You don't have to choose one. Use them both. And you'll learn about this when you start using it. But yeah, we offer the ability to use both Payments AI and Stripe in your ClickFunnels account,
which is super exciting. So we covered a lot so far in this. The main feature was the webinar that Russell did with the Zendrop guys. We looked at Zendrop as well. You should be using at least one dropship product in your funnel somewhere. Try and add a few, or maybe just use one of those spur workspaces. Go just create one of those, but you got 3 workspaces. Create a new one, register a domain, plug that in, and then just set up a store and a few funnels with some fun stuff from Zendrop. That's definitely something everyone should explore this weekend, and just get something out there.
I've been doing this a lot recently, but I've been wanting to try ideas, right? Just see if they're valid ideas. And what I've been doing is just building a funnel, just a simple opt-in funnel, or if it's a product funnel, whatever it is, just a simple funnel to collect information and present a product or service or whatever. And then I go over to Facebook, I create a simple ad. I do this mainly with ChatGPT. ChatGPT has been my best friend recently. Like, we're very close. And so I do it all with ChatGPT. I set it up. It takes me about 2 to 3 days. And then I put a couple bucks towards it. You don't need a large budget for this. You can do $5 to $10 a day just to see if there's clicks. Make sure you have Microsoft Clarity on there to see where people are scrolling and where people get stuck. But best case scenario, you make a sale and you see you have a product, like a valid product on your hands. And you did that all in 3 days with a couple bucks. Worst case, you scrap it and you move on to the next thing. And that's going to happen. Like, you're going to have to just continuously build funnels, try things, and you can't be scared of trying. You have to do it. That's my main word of advice there.
And if you're stuck for inspiration and you think, man, well, where do I start or what do I do? then you could always use a framework to get you started. And I just want to show you this real quick before we sort of move on. We do have a few other things at the top of the hour, so we've got about 5 minutes left. But this over here, if I could show this, is our frameworks library. And this is epic, Rob, right? We showed this a few times, but there's one on here for sure, which is this one, Kelly's Kitchen. This could be Rob's kitchen, Danny's kitchen, you know, Holly's kitchen, whoever's kitchen, right? All you need to do is change a few words around, maybe a logo, but this doesn't just come with the actual store or the theme or the ebook or the funnel or all of the things. It actually comes preloaded with 12 products from Zendrop. And you just click the link and you can install it all into your ClickFunnels account. And we kind of did the hard work so you don't have to. Like, Rob, is there really an excuse?
No. You just start saying, even if you want to change nothing, you know, just make sure all the copy looks right. Just start sending traffic to Kelly's Kitchen. Go ahead.
Yeah. You don't even need to change it. Now, I am just thinking, has anybody registered that domain name, kellyskitchen.com? But I'm sure you could get it with some kind of hyphen or .net or .something, right? There's a million top-level domains that you could probably choose from.
Yeah.
It's
even if
done.
you go kellyskitchen.store.
You didn't even need to rebrand it.
Yeah, exactly. There's no excuses now.
Hey. And Holly's like Holly's Organic Kitchen. Well, you just need to change a few words, and it's got products in there ready to ship with ebooks and, you know, all sorts of different things that you can use to generate leads. And then you've just got to be mindful of what do you do with those leads. Well, the first thing is send them an email, send them an offer, use the discount app to send a coupon code. You can do that, and you could offer your customers their first order. How many times do you go to a store and it says, hey, if you register, we'll give you 10% off? Like, stores do that for a reason, because it works. All in there. A big shout to John Suzuki all the way from Japan, Holly all the way from somewhere in the UK, and Andrea all the way from Portugal. Jonathan is here as well. Cooper from Zambia. There's so many cool people in the group. Sahil, I believe, in Canada. All around the world. Shanna from Las Vegas. We've got a full chat room full this fine evening, afternoon, morning, wherever you are. We've covered quite a lot there. Just one thing I wanted to touch on before we do wrap up. We do have some new moderators. Some of our ambassadors have kindly volunteered to moderate in the ClickFunnels Facebook group. So there's more help on hand, and we should be able to approve posts faster, which we're super excited about. We are going over to our ambassador group in a few minutes to give those guys an update, talk a little bit more about some of the things we've just discussed. But before we do that and before we wrap up, Rob, anything to close out on? Anything secret you might be able to share without getting into trouble? Who knows?
Oh man, I feel like an actor in a Marvel movie. I don't know what I can say, So I'm just gonna tell people I have a word of advice, and I'm reading this book over here. It's called Brag, right? Tell people what you're doing. That's my word of advice for the weekend. Just talk about what you're building, what you're doing, and what you've learned. Even if you're not selling anything, tell them what you're learning about. People will have an opinion. People love to talk about these things. So I would say just share and brag about what you're doing.
Share and brag. Sounds like a plan to me. With that in mind, we are at the top of the hour. Big shout out to our amazing social team behind the scenes, doing the thing, pressing buttons and dropping links. Everybody in the communities, wherever you logged in, we appreciate you. Go Zendrop, stores, funnels, replays, get involved. If you do need us for anything, you can reach out, support@clickfunnels.com, or live chat in your account. We've got an amazing team working around the clock to help you with all things technical. But Rob, time flies when you're building funnels, right?
Always. Sometimes, yeah. It's great. I love being here, Danny.
Yeah. Well, until next time, we do have some exciting other things that we want to update everybody on as well. But before we get there, it's time to go. We've got some funnels to build and some drop shipping products to ship.
Yes.
Pleasure as always, Rob. I'll see you on the next video. Everyone else will see you on the next live. Thank you. We're out of here, everybody. Bye-bye.